are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Nicki Minaj teases her return to music. She hasn't dropped a single since really in 2023 for me. I don't really count Bigfoot as a single. But that was really the only song she dropped that wasn't really a feature. That was like the only song that she dropped in 2024. Now, with that being said, she posted on Instagram, "You that dude for real," and at Tlantic, who is Nicki Minaj's artist, and he said it's time. Okay, so it looks like Nicki Minaj is coming, and I feel like it's the perfect time because we haven't had really a big hit single all 2025. So I am absolutely positively here for it. Now, moving on from that, Cardi B, she posted her and Stefan Diddy, I think it was like 2 days ago, and fans are now trying to clown Nicki Minaj because Cardi B has more likes on her picture than Nicki Minaj did for her Vogue photo shoot, okay? I believe Cardi B got like 3.7 or 4 million likes for the series of pictures that she posted with her and Stefan Diddy. But one of Nicki Minaj's Vogue photo shoot pictures only got 800,000 likes. And I think that's the maximum amount of likes for one of her Vogue photo shoots. And you know, the thing is with Cardi B fans, they have to compare likes, especially on Instagram, because they can't compare talent. They can't compare face card. They definitely can't compare money. They can't compare to anything else. So they have to compare the Instagram likes because if they don't, they have nothing else to talk about. And another thing is, if Nicki Minaj posted up with an industry dude, she gonna get hella likes. I noticed that when she posts Kenny, sometimes it be getting 1 million plus likes. Sometimes when she posts Kenny. But if she posted up with an industry dude, especially Nicki Minaj now, it's getting 3-5 million likes easily. Even though Nicki Minaj is shadow banned. That's another thing. Nicki Minaj is shadow banned. But I feel like if she posted up with one of the NFL players, an NBA player, or another rapper that she was dating, not just she took a picture with, but she was actively dating and posted the roses and everything that they bought her and the Chanel bags, it's going to get at least 5 million likes this day and age because there's a lot of people that don't like Nicki Minaj with Kenny. So they gonna like it just to say, thank God she got rid of Kenny. And that's the thing. People feel as though Cardi B dating Stefan Diddy is an upgrade from Off the Cheat. So of course, they're going to like that picture, okay? Because they feel like as though it's an upgrade, even though it's really not. By next year, she will be crying in a Rolls Royce. Now, moving on to Doja Cat. Doja Cat will be addressing the Joseph Quinn breakup in her album. As we know, it was reported that they broke up after Joseph Quinn was spotted on the celebrity dating site called Raya or Raya, whatever it's called. But it's for celebrities. And, you know, they was dating only for what? Like maybe 6-7 months. It was very short-lived. But she believes that Joseph Quinn is a player. Let me know if you guys would be here for her exposing what happened between her and Joseph. I'm here for the exposing. I feel as though he definitely played in her face. You knew that girl manifested you. She was trying to get with you for a long time, and then you played in her face, and you would see another woman when she was out of town. You need to get exposed. Now, moving on from that, Nicki Minaj has teased that she could be dropping a song that she previewed while she was on tour called Mama Mita. With that being said, a few of the Barbs are not happy about this. A Barb said, "Is this a joke? Nobody but the cupcakes want that song only to pay it dust after one listen. Y'all love to set her up. What is the obsession that we have with outdated vault tracks, and they say we are the ones living in the past? We want something new, okay? Now, here's the thing. I'm sure Nicki Minaj has a lot of fire vault tracks in the stash. But I do want something that was created in 2025 and sounds really current and actually something different like we haven't really even heard before. I want Nicki to kind of like think outside the box and really step on these hoes' neck, okay? I don't even want something that we would typically expect from Nicki. I want something so out of the world, out of the box, that even her haters get obsessed. Even the haters have no choice but to stream and praise the record, okay? So that's what I want. I want Nicki to kind of think so out of the box that it'd be like, damn, this song is fire. I can't even hate on Nicki. That's what we really need. We need a boppity bop like that. Now, Titanic Records continues to leak Cardi B's music. I think this is a strategic move. I think Cardi B and Titanic Records are doing this. But let's take a listen to another Cardi B snippet that just dropped.
I'm so small and tiny, he's so big and tall. Might let him dunk this pussy like he dunked the ball.
Wait, did she just said, I'm so small and tiny, he's so big and tall. I might let him dunk this coochie like he dunked the ball? Wait, no. First of all, doesn't Stefon Diggs play football? He's not dunking the ball, he's throwing it, dummy. Oh my goodness. But that was trash. I'm sorry, Cardi B. This just sounds trash to me because I'm just used to talent. I don't listen to the untalented group. No shade. So, like, this is not bars to me. This sounds like WAP 2.0. Like, didn't you do a song like this already? This sound like WAP, Up, I'm like, it's giving dated. And the thing is with Cardi B, a lot of people don't have high expectations for Cardi B because she's equivalent to like a Sexy Red or Ice Spice. So people gag at anything when it comes to Cardi B. But let Nicki put out a song and that be the bar, she getting dragged. Let Nicki put out something like that, she getting dragged. The general public would have a field day if Nicki Minaj put out some doodle garbage stuff like that. But in hindsight, Cardi B don't write her raps, so this really ain't her fault. I actually gotta really start dragging Partisan Fontaine. He's the one that's behind the pen when it comes to Cardi B. Now, since Cardi B and her team have teased 2 snippets, the fans are begging her not to let the hype die down. They're saying, Cardi, please, I'm begging you, don't let this hype die. Please, drop that song, announce the album, something. Okay? Here's the thing with Cardi B. I feel like she don't have a hot single to announce the album. That's why it hasn't been announced. She is not an icon, so she can't just drop an album and have it hit. She is not Kendrick. She is not Champagne Thickums, Nicki, Beyonce. She's not none of that. So she got to drop a few singles first and get the general public ready, and then she got to drop the album. Let's be very clear. Now, Queen B is clocking 50 Cent. 50 Cent got to come to the front of the congregation, please. So, it has been reported with 13 shows that Queen B did for Cowboy Carter. She has grossed $165 million. That is more money than 50 Cent's entire net worth. Wow. The Beehive is dragging 50 because 50 posted that false TMZ article. They can't stand Queen B over there. And in that article, it was stated that Queen B could not sell out her tour. Like, her tour tickets weren't selling. But based on these numbers, that was false, okay? Because if it ain't selling, she could not possibly do $165 million for 13 shows. It'd be impossible. She would be canceling her shows just like Shakira has done, Okay, Shakira done canceled a bunch of shows because the tickets ain't selling. And people talking about all her stage fell apart. How does your stage production fall apart? How does the stage floor fall apart? Can somebody tell me how that's possible unless it was cheaply done? Okay, you don't hear nobody else going through that. That's an excuse because the tickets ain't selling. Now, moving on to Pusha T versus Def Jam and Universal. Universal and Def Jam will be receiving 1 million lashings, okay? Pusha T confirms that Kung Fu Kenny is featured on the Clip's upcoming track, Chains and Whips, from their new album, Let God Sort 'Em Out. According to Pusha, Def Jam wanted the duo to remove Kung Fu Kenny's verse, and when they refused, the Clips and the label decided to part ways. Now, a lot of fans are speculating that Champagne Thickums' UMG lawsuit is basically telling the industry to pick a side. Devil Nation picked Ndrićk for the Super Bowl. He took back the DJ Khaled songs because he is managed by Devil Nation. You do business with Dot, you can't do business with Champagne Thickums. Def Jam was forced to play politics. So let me know who is in the wrong and who is in the right in this situation. I think Universal and Def Jam are in the wrong. Okay, like that song probably is going to cause a lot of controversy. So they probably don't want to be a part of it, being that they don't want to be part of the lawsuit. And I know Def Jam don't want to add fuel to the fire because the lawsuit with Champagne Thickums and Universal is still going on. But I just feel like it's rap at the end of the day, and people should be able to say whatever they want in a record. Okay? We can't censor artists. When the censorship start, that's when you know hip hop is in trouble. And this is part of the reason why hip hop is dying now. Okay, we got artists that, they might go below the belt, but they really about hip hop, Kendrick Lamar and Nicki, especially them two. And you got artists, I'm not going to mention no names, that try to censor other artists, Megan Thee Stallion and Champagne Thickums mostly. And with that being said, I don't feel like that's right. We shouldn't have the ability to censor an artist. An artist should be able to say what they want in a record. Okay, and if you don't like what they say, you can make your own record and clap back. That's what hip hop is all about. I don't like the censorship in that. That's corny, because that's not how hip hop is supposed to be getting down. Now, Pusha T also speaks about the UMG and Champagne Thickums lawsuit. He said that he don't rate Champagne Thickums no more. He said the suing thing is bigger than some rapish. He said, damn, it's like it just cheapens the art of it. Once we gotta have a real conversation about suing and litigation, like what, for this? I do feel like hip hop is a joke right now, and that's why a lot of hip hop artists aren't thriving. Once we start suing because somebody said something about you, it gets a little bit corny. Okay, especially if you said something about the other person too. Now, if somebody randomly puts out a diss track, and you don't respond, then, I can see why you would take legal action. But if you're responding and when you lose, you sue, I can't respect that. But that's neither here or there. Universal and Def Jam got to receive 1 million lashings because I just feel like y'all getting corny now. This is rap and y'all can't be censoring artists like that. Okay, if this is happening now, it's only going to get worse over time. But it also makes me think that Kung Fu Kenny verse on Whips and Chains finna be fire. That finna shake up the industry, and I know the executives finna be scared. They we do not want round 2. Please, Kung Fu Kenny, go on hiatus. We do not want round 2. That's what it's giving. It's giving that they're scared of Kung Fu Kenny, so they gotta try to sabotage him. That's what it's giving. Now, moving on to Doodle Garbage. Doodle Garbage tries to save face after it was reported that he was getting sued for having his dud of a brother with the no neck and bald patch head jump this man for calling him doodle garbage.
My brother was in fear for his life. The dude was following us around the whole entire DreamCon, trying to embarrass us and bully us. I told my brother to check him in terms of like, check and see if he's okay. Check and see if he needs help. Cause y'all know I'm a helpful person. You feel me? Check and see if this man needs help. Check and see if he's all right. Cause he kept following us. We thought he was like a little slow or whatever. So, it happened. And the guy continued to try to hecker. How you say it? He became a heckler and he kept trying to just bother us. So he lost Sonic rings.
Now, doodle garbage, I know you don't expect anybody that's logical to believe that bullshit of a story that you just gave. First of all, there's a whole video. He wasn't following y'all. He came up to y'all. It's in the video that he came up to you and called you doodle garbage. He wasn't following you and your stupid ass entourage. Let's be very clear. That's number one. If y'all thought he was slow, why would you jump him? You didn't even give this man a one-on-one fade. You jumped him and then you was bragging about jumping him on X. Saying, oh, he lost Mario coins. Well, you finna lose real coins and custody of your son, dummy. So another 100,000 lessons for doodle garbage. He wanna play victim with his ugly ass brother. You're not a victim. Okay? You jumped this man. It wasn't a one-on-one fade. If you thought he was slow, why would you jump somebody that you think is slow or mentally not there? That doesn't even make any sense. And where is your security? Is your brother supposed to be security? I thought you had money. What happened to all the money that you brag about, but you never have security? That just don't make no sense. You brag about making all this money, but you don't have money for security. You're supposed to be a celebrity. Now an F-list celebrity, but even the F-listers got security. So unfortunately, I'm not buying the bullshit. Now, do I think it was right for that guy to come up to him, call him doodle garbage? Yeah, but I'm messy. I'm messy. So, I personally think it was the best thing he could have done because you call him doodle garbage and now you finna get the coin. So that's a W to me. Now, Big Billy, the lesbian, wants a piece of Megan. She commented under a TikTok video of Meg walking for her swimsuit line and her body looked amazing. And Billie Eilish was thirsting after Megan had said, Jesus Christ, okay? Now, I can see Big Billy trying to eat Megan's coochie, okay? Because, she get down with the punani, okay? So let me know if you guys would be here for a Megan and Billy type of collaboration or, a relationship because Megan and Billy do go both ways, okay? So let me know how y'all feel about it. That's very interesting to me. And then also it was announced that Champagne Thickums is going back on tour with Party Next Door. Let me know if you guys will be going. But I did notice that these are stadium tours. Okay, that's what I peep. I'm just telling you what I peep. That this is not a stadium and you got an extra person. Interesting. Okay, Champagne Thickums should be able to go on a stadium tour with the numbers that he do. But it's interesting that he's not doing that. But anyway, I got some very hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description. And I hope you have a great day.